Greetings, Guild Wars 2 fans. This is another gathering tutorial, extends on the basics from my last tutorial. And in the last tutorial I basically went over how to equip your gathering tools, go out and gather some items and put them on the trading posts, how easy that is to do. In this tutorial I'm going to show you a few more things that I think will help you get started. You'll notice I'm now at level 4. I've been running around gathering some things, so I got some stuff in my inventory now. I'll pull up my inventory so you can see that I've got a full inventory here. And one of the neat things about Guild Wars 2, the first tip of this video, is that you don't have to carry around all of your items that you've gathered, all your resources you've gathered. You can go up here under options and say deposit all collectibles, and that'll immediately take all of the items that are collectibles, such as herbs and copper and wood and things like that. And as soon as I click this button, you'll see that now my inventory is significantly cleared up, but they didn't go away. When I go to a crafting station, I'll have the opportunity then to get those items back and use them to do my crafting, or I can take them back out of that collectibles area and put them back in my backpack if I wish to go sell them on the trading post. The next trick I'm going to show you is that there's other ways to get resources besides using your gathering tools. Like other MMOs, Guild Wars 2, a lot of times you pick up things that you can't use. And if I start mousing over a few things, here's an example, this precise pistol. It's a fine pistol. The weapon is not usable, however, by my profession. They're going to give me 7 copper for it if I sell it to a merchant. I doubt I'll get much of anything for it on the trading post because it's such a low-level item and nobody has any real need for it. But fortunately with Guild Wars 2 you have other opportunities to use this item. And I'm going to go down here to this merchant that's right at the beginning area. You don't have to be high level to do this. You could do this right at level 1, level 2. So I'm going to greet him,
the
and
spirits of the wild welcome you.
And I'm going to pull up this. You'll notice here that I can buy crude salvage kits. 32 copper are going to give me 15 of them. And if you read the tooltip there, it says that this allows you to salvage crafting materials from an item in your inventory. So I've already purchased some of those, and if I hit I to bring them up, I'll mouse over them here. You'll see that I still got 12 of them left. And so rather than just letting this precise pistol go to a merchant or you know, essentially be wasted, I can double click on this salvage kit, and then when I mouse over the precise pistol, it gives me a little green indicator to show that I can use the salvage kit on this item. And when I click it, you'll notice that it turned that pistol into 2 copper ore. Now, that copper ore is going to sell better on the trading post than what I would have gotten by selling that pistol to a merchant. Plus, I can actually use this copper ore for crafting my own items as well. So I'm going to go ahead and equip this since it's better than what I have now. But there's other items here too. I am sure that I could use. Here's another example. Here's a shredded garment. Now this you know, is basically a salvage item. They call it a trophy, but it's another example of what I could use this crude salvage kit on. So I'm going to double click on my salvage kit, go over this and click, and now we'll notice that we got 3 of these jute scraps that can be used by armor smiths, leather workers, and tailors, and they're worth you know, 6 copper. So another example of how you can collect raw items and put them to use. Okay, I'm going to use this as an example here of a crafting item that you get while gathering that also can be put to immediate use with your character. Gathering has a lot of upside in this game. They've really worked hard to make it something that's an attractive quality of the game. So I'm going to pick up this amber pebble here, and we're going to go here and pull up the inventory. And when we go over this amber pebbles, I got 2 of them in fact now. You'll notice it says +3 condition damage. Double click to apply this to an item with an unused upgrade slot. This is real simple to do. I'm just going to hit H to pull up my hero, and any item in here that has an unused upgrade slot can use this amber pebble. And so right here I've moused over my precise short bow, and you'll notice that it shows that this particular item has an unused upgrade slot. So now all I need to do is go over here to my amber pebbles and double click on one of them, and then drag over and click on the short bow. It's going to come up and tell me upgrading an item will make it soulbound to you, and apply it to this precise short bow. When I hit upgrade, now when I mouse over my short bow, you'll notice that it's added a +3 condition damage to my short bow. Once again, this is another kind of beginning to intermediate gathering tip, and it shows the value of gathering throughout the game, and that you can immediately take items that you find and upgrade your weapons and upgrade other attributes of your character the moment you gather something in this game. So another tip that I'm going to give about gathering and utilizing basically the trading post in general is, unlike many MMOs, you don't have to make a long trip to an auction house or a certain area to do your trading. If you'll go up in the top left hand corner, you're going to find an icon up here for the Black Lion Trading Company. You can click on it, and right here you can click on the trading post and immediately get access to the trading post. If you wish to sell something on the trading post, you can click here to sell your stuff, and I can see here what these various items are currently going for on the trading post. And you know, the copper ore is giving me 17 copper, so we'll use that as an example. This is the price per unit that people are willing to pay, and if I click on the copper ore, I can see that now that's already gone up a copper point, that we have 3 buyers here that are wanting 629 of these items at 18 copper. So I just click sell, and just like that, I have sold my items. I haven't had to go anywhere. I can do this right in the middle of my adventuring. Hit OK. Now on the pickup side, you'll notice that I'm not able to pick up my profit out in the field, and this is a tip or just something to keep in mind, is you are allowed to sell your items on the trading post, and you're able to conduct your auctions and buy and sell. But what you can't do is you can't actually pick up your money yet, and that is a limitation. But consider the advantage that if your inventory, for example, is starting to get kind of full over here, and you have some items you can put up on the trading post and sell them, you'll notice I no longer have this copper taking up my inventory, and rather than maybe moving it to my collectibles and worrying about it later, I can go ahead and get on the trading post and do the business I need to do to take care of that item. One quick tip that I forgot to point out in my last video is that with Guild Wars 2, multiple players can go after the same gathering node. So unlike some games, you don't have to compete with other players to gather these resources. They're always going to be available, and now once you pick them up, they're just not available to you. another player can come along right now and gather from this resource point. And that's kind of an advantage, so you're not racing around trying to beat somebody to a particular resource. Well, I've gathered quite a bit. You can see I'm about halfway through level 4, and still haven't gathered a whole lot. I've basically just been questing and gathering items as I go along. And now we're going to go and do just a little bit of crafting and do a quick introduction before we end this video. We'll use another one of Guild Wars 2's features here by hitting M to go to the map. And I'm going to zoom out. And for this particular character, I can see that there's a trade commons area over here at the Great Lodge in Holbrack. I guess that's how they'll pronounce that. But rather than having to run all the way there, they open this up right from the beginning, and I can click the button here to teleport right to that area. Saves a ton of time finding any other way to get there. Here in just a few seconds, this area will open up. Guild Wars 2 is pretty quick about jumping between these areas, even when there's a lot of people. Now, since this is my first time being here, I'm going to have to go to my map, and I'm interested in probably, you know, these crafting areas over here. You can see there's the jeweling station, the artifacting station, Huntsman station, armor smithing, weaponsmithing. So here I'm approaching the crafting areas where I'll get to pick my crafting. And being a hunter, or a ranger as they call it, I think I'm going to do the Huntsman crafting as one of my 2 potential crafting items. I'm going to walk up here to the Master Huntsman and click on her and hit F to talk to her.
The wild welcome you.
And they're saying right here that I can make guns, bows, wool horns, and torches. I like the idea of making the bows, and the guns might be fun too to make, but it also allows you to find out a little bit more about what you can craft. So you can click on this and it gives you more detail. Long bows, short bows, pistols, rifles, torches, war horns, and sigils. So I'm going to say teach me to be a huntsman, and it'll say right there I am now a huntsman, and there's a big long tool tip over here that shows how you can learn a little bit more about crafting and things like that. But the purpose of this video is for me to show you. So
I have hammers bigger than you.
To get started, I'm going to go over here to the Huntsman station and hit F. And right away we can see all these items that I can build, and the numbers in parentheses here show how many I can make with the current supplies I have available to me. You can see I can already make quite a few things. In addition, you can also refine things, so I can take my green wooden logs and refine them into wooden planks, for examples, and dowels. So this is kind of your master list of everything that you can make. In addition to being able to see everything you can produce here, the Huntsman station, or any crafting station for that matter, also allows you to have full access to your bank. And so you have your backpack over here on this side, and everything in your bank is over here. Now, the bank in Guild Wars 2 is a little different than some MMOs in that it's shared across all your characters. So, for example, I can look over this and see that this 2 pebbles, for example, is soulbound to a different character. So I can't pull these over to my character, but the other items that are not soulbound, I can share them across characters, so you have a unified bank in Guild Wars 2 that works across all your characters, which is kind of nice. In addition to the bank, you also have access to your collections, and this is where the items show up that when you're inside of your backpack or inside your inventory and you send them to your collections, this is where they all show up, and you have access to them here. at your crafting station. You can see the items that I actually have are all shown here, and the quantity is listed. In addition, you can see the slots where I have none of these items yet, but you can see where they'll show up once you grab them. So if you're a completionist type person who wants to collect everything in the game, and that's part of what you enjoy about playing the game, you can start filling up your collections here, and you can see I got 13 of 101, a long way to go to collect all these things. And this is for the cooking materials. We can see the common crafting materials down here, and that I've started filling up the basic ones here. And then finally we have our fine crafting materials, and there's even a collectibles area for the gemstone and jewels, and finally a collection area for your pets down here. Now to get started here and actually doing some crafting, we're going to go back to our production tab and just kind of look at what we got going on. You've got crafting components listed at the top, and these are intermediate components that you're going to need to build the full items. And then down here you'll see the different types of items you can make. And there's a refinement tab here, and this is where you take raw materials and refine them into something more usable. And I already know I'm going to need to make a couple of green wooden dowels, and the reason being is for these inscriptions. If I click on an inscription here, I can see that I need one green wooden dowel to make this inscription. I've already got the tiny venom sacs I need, but to make this malign green inscription, I'm going to need a wooden dowel. So let's go ahead and do a simple crafting thing to show an example. I'll click on my green wooden dowel, and I'll click craft. It takes just a second to make it, and you'll see I got 110 experience points up there for that. And that actually is experience that my character gets. So I get experience for crafting, just like you get experience for gathering. And now you'll notice I can either make the mighty green inscription, or I can make the malign green inscription. I'm going to go ahead and make the malign green inscription because I just got so many of these tiny venom sacs. And I can look up here at the top by mousing over it that this is going to add a plus condition damage to the weapons that I craft. So I'm going to go ahead and hit craft to craft that inscription. So this is a simple example of basic crafting, intermediate level. I haven't actually crafted a actual weapon yet, and that's going to be the next step. I'm going to look at maybe crafting down here. Let's just do a short bow as an example. So I'm going to click on our crafting recipe down here, and I'll see that I need a green short bow staff, and I also need a rawhide string. Now, what do I need to do to make this green short bow staff? Well, up here at the top, that's one of the crafting components in intermediate, and I can see it right here. I can make one of them. It's going to take me 4 green planks to make it, and so all I have to do is come down here and hit craft, and it'll take it a little bit to make it. And boom, I've got what I need now for part of this short bow that I'm trying to make. And I'll see here that I'm still in need of this rawhide string. Now the rawhide string, what do I need to make it? Well,
I pray to the spirits of the wild.
I want to go up here and look under my crafting components and see that to make this I need 2 stretched rawhide leather squares. And unfortunately, I can see that I've only got one of these. So I'm going to need another one. And this will give me an example to let you see how I can acquire this relatively quickly from the trading post. So I'm going to close this for now. I'm going to go up to my top left corner here and click on the trading company. And I need to go to the trading post. And it so happens that the raw material I need is right here. And it's telling me right there that this is a crafting material for the Huntsman. it puts it in green because that's one of my crafting professions, so it knows that this might be something I need. So I'm going to click on it here, and I'm going to have to pay 12 copper to get it. And I can see there's over 1,000 of them available at this price. So I'm going to click on it, and let's just go ahead and pick up say 5 of these, so we'll have plenty. And I'm going to go ahead and click buy. And obviously it's successful. I've paid for these items, and it cost me a total of 60 copper. And now it tells me here my order is available for pickup. So even though I've bought them already, I have to actually go to a trading post in order to get these items and use them for crafting. So I'm going to head on over there now, and we'll pick up those items. So here I am. I'm just going to run up here, talk to our trading post, and pick up the items I've purchased. So now I'm ready to go back to the crafting station and make some items. Okay, here we are returning from the trading post, and I'm going to open back up the Huntsman station. And now we'll see down here under the refinement area, I can take these stretched rawhide leather squares I bought, and I'll just go ahead and craft them all. And they're going to turn them in to materials that I can now use to create these rawhide strings. So I'm just going to craft one of these in case I mess something up. I'll maybe be able to use it for something else. And once again, you're seeing down here at the bottom, my experience is really going up just from doing these crafting items. So Guild Wars 2 definitely rewards you for gathering, and they reward you for crafting. It's an integral part of the experience in this game. Okay, so now I have one rawhide string. If I go down here to my short bow, I'll see now that I can make one, and I'll click on it. And it would be real easy for me now to just click craft and make this bow. But probably the most important tip of this entire video is that you rarely want to do that. If I do click this craft right now, I'll get a little bit of experience, and I will obviously have a mighty crude short bow, a simple one, that I could use real soon. That is an advantage of making this one, is there's a required level of 5 to make this bow. But since this is a crafting video, I want to show you what you really need to do when you're crafting, and that gives me the opportunity here to take you up to the very top item here on the far left of the station, and that's the discovery panel. You should be most often using this panel when you're crafting your final items. And the reason is that this is how you learn new recipes. Unlike some games where you go out and you buy recipes, and there might still be that element in Guild Wars 2 where you can acquire recipes without discovering them yourself. But in crafting in Guild Wars 2, you get a lot more experience, and you learn recipes by putting together your own items. And this is relatively easy to do. I'm going to still take the same items I would use for making my short bow. So I'm going to drag this green short bow stave, and it'll show you right here that there's 12 possible known recipes that involve this particular item. And then I'm going to take my rawhide string. I'm going to drag it down here, and it, of course, it still says there's 12. Now, what wasn't in that other recipe was this green inscription, a malign green inscription, and I had crafted that earlier. And when I drag that into this third slot, down here at the bottom it says, "This looks like something," with an exclamation point. Craft the item to save the recipe. So what this is going to do, when I hit this craft button, you're going to see up here at the top quite a bit of experience flash by, where they're going to give me quite a bit of experience. And you'll notice right now I'm only partway through a 10th level Huntsman craftsman right now. But when I hit this crafts button, you're going to see quite a few things happen here. I got well over 1,000 experience points. You'll see how I jumped way down here, and now I'm all the way into a level 12 Huntsman, and that I have discovered a new crafting, a new recipe is what I was looking for. So now I've got a new recipe, and I can close this, and if I go back to my production and look down here under short bow, I no longer have just a simple short bow. I actually have a full short bow, and it shows me now that I have this as a new recipe that I can use. So that's a very basic start at getting into crafting. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the like button, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. Take care.